Hello, welcome to the Patron game. Welcome, welcome. Adrian! That's who I am in this. It's a Rocky reference. And we're going to fight as Night Elf, apparently. Because I just play as random. As you guys know, we just play as random, and what we get is what we get, and we just make what with it what we can. That actually does sound like that is a legit thing to say. Although I am skeptical. But because I said it, I'm going to follow through with the confidence and say that is definitely a well-known phrase. I don't know if I dare repeat it though. It's quite hard to say the first time, and that was more natural flow. Okay, so I think what we can do, because this map is awesome, is try to see how many mercs we can get whilst potentially winning the game. I can't promise nothing, but we can try. So we got Orc, who's actively going to barracks. Oh, he does. Look at that. We got Fiends. Let's pull this up over here. I don't know what hero I'm going to go. Could be a neutral hero. Probably something like Keeper of the Grove, because he's got Entangle, and some of the creeps have Entangle as well, so we can really like trap the enemy, especially when they're running away. We've got a human player over here. I'm fragile. I'm a little wee night elf, but I'm on the inside, so that's cool. I will have that, and hopefully it will help protect me. My base is somewhat wide, but I can try to close it up afterwards. And we're going to get our archer. And then very shortly afterwards, I think... I don't even know if you really need a wisp to repair. I actually think the damage that these guys do is so minimal. Maybe in the, you know, coming patch, it will be an issue, but it is so minimal at this stage. So I'm going to actually waddle you up already.
I stand ready. Point the way. On your mark. Waiting on you. Point the way. Waiting on you.
So you want to try to get hit straight away, so they definitely aggro. And watch out for this archer. She does tend to sometimes draw a little bit of attention to herself, but as long as she's far back, you should be good. Stay close to the trees whilst doing this. There's the archer getting attention. Just attack your Ancient of War if that happens. Temporarily, and then he'll bugger off. Keeper of the Grove coming around. Oh, it's his turn now. So you just keep rinse and repeating if he wants to do that kind of shenanigan. I can always just entangle this guy just to get him to stop being annoying. Okay. Block him in. Archer can obviously take an extra hit because she likes doing it. Yeah, you really don't actually need any repair from wisps here. Okay, that's cool. That's done. He can move over to this that camp now. It's pretty tough, but totally doable. I might move my Ancient of War. Yeah. All right, let's pull these guys back.
Well, there it is.
Well, there it is.
So shall it be.
Hunter's Hall, I think. Trap this guy in a second.
For Kalendor, none shall harm the wilds. Death.
He's the one that drops the item. Lovely. We want, I don't know, a wisp or maybe a shop. Even just a moonwell, perhaps. Down here. Look at that. Easy items, easy money. And then just walk away, because we don't care about the rest.
So shall it be.
We will need wisps to repair this one, though. I reckon. I reckon the damage that's done over here is much nastier. So, I don't necessarily want to go too much into those, because I can get the better mercs if I hold on to my gold a little bit more. Keep his attention. I might not need to wisp repair. I'm going to try to send some wisps off, speaking of which. Guess we may as well go do this now. That's quite powerful. You can come back, matey. Right, this is done. We can get some visibility during night. Should I go second hero? I could go more of a fun second hero.
Nature is restless.
It looks like they want to put some pressure on, which we can totally do, because we're all four of us.
Is there danger?
I want to get boosted speed, actually, for more control.
Waiting on you.
I have managed to get one wisp over here, because it hasn't been cracked.
Command me.
This is going to be a second hero in a moment. We want more there. We want...
Nature is restless.
Upgrade finished.
Command me.
There we go. So that...
Is restless.
Alchemist is always cool, but we're going to go with Tinker because it's even weirder. It's just like... Yeah, Alchemist is pretty abstract, but I think we'll throw Tinker in with cluster rockets because I can. I'm going to send off
Research finished.
some more wisps over to areas whilst we're having this fun fight. Watch out for the Blade Master. Going to change the colours just so we can sort of get a better understanding. It definitely looks like there's a lot more red than there is teal and blue. I think we'll try to get maybe Ancients of War as well. Not too heavy because I'm going to be getting Mercs. But if I have to fall back on a unit, it's good to have some resources for it. The footmen are quite fragile, and, you know, that's pretty good for us. We can maybe get a fair bit of experience in this fight, but I don't think we can stay here for too much longer. Cluster rockets actually proving quite valuable. I'll get more, so we have a bit more of a front line. Treants. Okay, level 2 Entangle. When daytime comes, you can get the good creeps, and I might actually just do it on all of them. Although it's really expensive, so even getting that one Ancient of War might be an overkill. Tinker pulled back a little bit. This is actually going incredibly well. I'm surprised. I guess the Fiend imbalance must have had a bit of a turnaround there. The pressure's on. One player is out, so this means it's even harder for them to control than it was in the first place. I don't know what the Orc player had, unless it's the same one that the Shadow Hunter was with. We can now focus the Warden. Entangle lasts a crazy long time. There's a level of upset. Archer is actually dead. My one true unit. Oh, I need a shop, of course. There's always something in there. Not even too necessary to entangle, but it's a guaranteed kill. Okay, I want to see how easy it is to walk away units if you buy them. And what's the hotkeys as well? These are this unit I highly suggest you pick up when you can in most Merc camps. It's a Sork that does better damage and has abolished magic. It's really, really strong. This one is incredibly strong for its food cost, but 500 gold is a lot, so you have to take good care of it. But it is one of the most OP units in the game, technically. So G and D, buy. Oh, that's right. You can summon some Mercs to distract them. So pull over here as well, and then turn that off. See, that distracts them, and you're on the home run, really. So we'll do the same over here. G and D. Ah, they got this one now. You just don't want them getting surrounded, basically. Don't attack. And then he'll be out the net. He's a level 5 character though, so if he does die, he gives a fair bit of experience. I would need like another 700 gold. I can always do it from the safety one here. It's only 75 mana for these pawns, and he has 300 mana, so you can get 4 of those off. And each one is like Feral Spirits, where it summons 2 pawns. They're not the best, but they certainly do spam out and cause issue for the enemy. Arr. Arr, matey. Arr. Deep Seer. And he's got Entangling Roots, which again is 75 mana. And you think, you know, Raiders are really strong because they have the ability to ensnare and lock down a unit. So when the enemy are running away, that's one of the most overpowered abilities in the game, because it's essentially a free kill. And this kind of acts the same way. So when you've got multiples of these and the enemy are running away, you pretty much guarantee a free win. If they're in that position where they have to run away, you've just won. You've won harder. And you've also got slow if you really wanted. That's also just another sort of entangle, so to speak. Just not quite as effective, but good for battles, definitely. Alright, let's get a deep seer over here.
An allied champion has fallen.
These are free food though, so just bear that in mind. They're not too food like you think they might be.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
All systems go.
Oh, health potion. Well, at least they're still trying. Heavy focus on the Blade Master.
Engine's running.
That entangle lasts so long, man. You can't entangle heroes with these, though. Just bear that in mind. I've almost got this guy ready. And you're going to see the level expand. They do good damage as well, 28 to 37. It's respectable. I don't know why those aggroed.
I'm all geared up.
Maybe I attacked moved. I might have attacked moved. I added them to the hotkey group and attack moved. That could have been it. There's entangle. That's not even from my hero.
What you got?
Lasts a fairly long time, considering. How long is it? 10 seconds. That's pretty darn long. It's longer than an ensnare.
All systems go.
This is their last bastion. Let's have some fun with this one.
Yeah, baby.
You just spam R. Highlight your Macrora deep seers and spam R.
Engine's running. All systems go.
And then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8 watery minions doing 10 to 11 damage. They're basically like skeletons, but they attack quicker. So they're pretty amazing.
I'm all geared up. Engine's running. I'm all geared up. What you got?
And you can have more than one watery minion out. The cooldown on it is so short. They're not like feral spirits where if you summon a new one, it removes the previous ones. You can actually spam them out. So you imagine the more of these units you have, the crazier it gets. It just floods the enemy with summons. Obviously, mass destroyers and stuff like that will have a field day with these guys, but they can still fight back. So if the Night Elf had the position for like Hippogriffs and was able to contest those destroyers, you know, you could still do alright with these. Okay, well that was way too short a game just to finish off on that, even though it was kind of awesome, but it's way too one-sided, so we'll try to go into another game and have some fun with that. Okay. Twilight Ruins. Bigger map. Undead this time. Certainly not Night Elf. You have Mercs closer towards the middle. I think they might even be the same Mercs, potentially. Not 100%.
The damned.
It could well be the same Mercs.
I gladly obey. Yes, master.
It looks like the same tile set. So it would most likely be the same... Because you have different types of mercenary camps. There's like Lordaeron, there's Felwood, there's Dalaran. There's different modes, so to speak. But there's only one sunken city, or... What is this tile set called? Something like that. Jungle, maybe. I can always shove my acolyte closer to find out. I think we'll go for
Where shall my
fast
blood
expansion.
spill? My fate is my
Ah, skeleton on Acolyte.
Summon
You
is
don't know. I serve the undead. What are you doing? Why are you attacking me?
My fate
I just
is
want to look at the mercs.
Summon is
Okay, we can go Dreadlord, because Dreadlord's just always fun, isn't he? Let's face it.
Where shall my blood, my life for Nezu?
Ugh.
Where shall my blood?
They've got net, so I don't want to.
Bidding, master.
It is.
My
It's the
life
same
for
ones.
Nezu.
So if we get a fast expansion, I could definitely afford that
I wish only
and try to get as many of those as
summon
possible.
is complete.
What do you think? Shall I try that? Shall I give that a go?
My life
I'll start building up acolytes.
Where shall my blood be spilled?
Should get a graveyard, but I don't really have a place to put it. Maybe right at the back.
Summoning is my fate is sealed. The
There you
dead
go.
stand ready. I gladly obey. Light beckons.
Dreadlord's out. He's like, what's up, guys? What do you want me to do? I'm like, well, just stand still for a while because I don't have the gold to get a Rod of Necromancy. And I need to keep pumping out the units as well at the same time. And also have the resources for an expansion. So you can basically just stand still for quite some time whilst we take a look at some allies. So Crypt Lord, waiting for beetles, I assume. Paladin, interesting. And Mountain King. Hopefully those two can make use of that wombo combo. Okay, so we've got this. We've got enough wood, so we can try to go for our expansion now.
That was my plan. I gladly
So we'll leave a ghoul on wood. 2 ghouls on wood, ideally, so I can have enough for a tech shortly afterwards. Okay, there should be a skink normally that you can kill to become a critter. But I don't know where my one... Oh, there he is. And we'll get a couple of acolytes. Another ghoul. We'll surround you. Pull these round. Cancel the ghoul. Get the tech going in a second. Get the skeleton. Pull the skeletons into the summons. Sleep. Attack. Bob's your uncle. Attack with the acolytes is something I like to do as well, because it's just a tiny bit of extra DPS. They're not doing anything else whilst they're waiting. That sleep should last quite a long time, so we can probably clear this. One more acolyte. And get another ghoul if I want, or I can just wait and get the tech. Ah, I lost a ghoul! No! Oh, that was bad. I apologise. Shouldn't have really lost that ghoul. I only saw it and realised it way too late. That could have been avoided. I don't think we go fam, because we're going for more mercs if we can. Okay, that'll do. Certainly not flawless, but it'll do. Okay. So, looking good. I'm going to pull 2 ghouls over there for that. We're going to take care of those skeletons that were annoying.
Death.
And then we can pull the weak ghouls out and just go and creep with our stronger ghouls in a moment. No, a shredder would be good. It's always good, isn't it, really? So I should try to set up for a shredder.
What is it now?
We might get ourselves a turtle, actually. Turtle or shredder, turtle or shredder. I need another cigarette anyway to get shredder, so I might get a turtle for the time being. This is almost finished. Because the snapper is for food. These two aren't really good value for money. I'll tell you that. They're still, you know, good because you're getting them very quickly and instantaneously, so they might serve a purpose in that respect, but value for money, no. They're very easy to kill.
What is it now? I bow to your will.
This guy has pulverized, so he's not the easiest with ghouls.
What is it now?
We're going to open up for a shredder now, because our cigarette's going to be finished soon.
My plan.
Another sleep would be nice.
Mortal. Agreed. Summoning is complete. That was my plan.
Yeah, easy. He hits hard. And he hits home. He hits home fast and hard. I have to pull them back. They're kind of useless as usual. Shredder. I'm gonna go get myself maybe. No, I don't actually have to get another snapper, which was the sort of not so good one, because it's almost time to do what we need to do. So let's go check out the enemies' positions and see if we can get some mercs from their positions. And I might just try to either take up again or get that fun hero. So should we go Tinker again as our second hero? Tinker combined with Dreadlord this time.
Engine's running.
And we'll have a look. And again, we need wood. Shredder should bring that in shortly. Gold is not too much of an issue. It has been crept. So we're going to have access to these very shortly from the enemy side. And what we can do, summon these and do some scouting with them. Tech up. Oh, Josie, what happened there? That's not cool. I might get a Zeppelin as well. I can only get one more Merc at the moment. Okay, there's an expansion going off down there. No expansion there. Expansion there, much harder to break.
Our brethren's town is under attack. Greetings. Who thought of that?
Looky, looky.
That was my plan.
I almost messed that up. That's an expensive loss. That's a very expensive loss.
We demand additional lumber.
This is now finished. Some peasants to kill. Undead at tier 3. Scary indeed.
I'm all geared up. All systems go. What you got? All systems go.
He's going to lose his expansion. That's not going to put him in a good place. Here we go. Some attention.
That was my plan. What is it now?
Okay, back off again.
Engine's running.
Ah, TP. I don't want to lose too much. That's too much of a wombo. Let's go back to creeping.
All systems go.
Agree. I bow to you. What is it now? I begin, master. Greetings.
What you got? All systems go.
Send the summons in.
What you got?
See if there's anything neat to buy from the shop. Anything sort of really good late game stuff like Pendant of Energy. Really, really strong.
Death.
Engine's running.
Our brethren's
I can
town
handle
is
that.
under attack.
I'm on top of it. All systems go.
Upgrade complete.
I wouldn't value the other stuff.
What? Mortal.
Not at the moment. Like, I don't have a use for that other stuff.
Under attack. What is it now? Very well. What?
Engine's running.
Summoning is complete. Summoning. What is it now?
Josie's getting a tough game.
Our brethren's town is under attack.
Need to bring my ghouls with me.
What is it now? What?
All systems go.
Summoning is complete. I must hunt.
I'm all geared up.
Research complete.
They're going to attack down here. He's got some towers.
My plan.
Can I walk there? Should be able to. Let's give him some wood. So he can bring his militia off.
Research complete. I must hunt soon.
Engine's running. All
Our
systems go.
brethren's town is under attack. I must hunt soon.
What you got?
What? Research. What is it now?
I'm all geared up.
What resource complete?
All systems go.
Oh yeah. Look at the entangles.
What you got?
Oh, they're all trapped. They're not getting away. I'm gonna hoard up my gold, do some upgrades and stuff like that. All right.
What is it now? Must hunt soon.
It's running.
Could have slapped the Crypt Lord. The Crypt Lord.
Very well. What is it now? What mortal? What is it now? What mortal?
I haven't got any allies with me, so you got to remember that.
Very well. That was my plan. Thought of that. Must hunt soon.
I'm all geared up.
What mortal?
What you got? Let's roll out.
I hunger.
No, my turtle. My very expensive turtle. That's not all that good.
It's running.
That was my plan. What is it complete? What mortal?
I'm all geared up. All systems go.
Forgot I got abolished magic. Well, I don't anymore. I got so much gold.
I'm all geared up.
I should be able to do a little run by.
Where shall my blood be spilled now?
No snappers though.
What is it now?
I mean, no
Systems go.
summons from them that I can do a run by and get more mercs.
What is it
I'm
now?
all geared up. All systems go.
This might get me level 5 from the Dreadlord.
Engine's running.
I will, my son.
I can't remember if Shade can actually use these shops and stuff like that, or not.
What is it now?
Sleep now.
I'm all geared up.
No. Small. Have to accept it. Have to accept my fate. I can really soften these up.
What you got? I can handle that.
Ah, I can't drop the item.
All systems
I have to
go.
TP. No. Don't you worry. They'll be. Oh, the Shade can, man.
I bow.
The Shade can.
Needs revealed. I wish
The Shade Man can. I'm gonna pick up all these mercs basically now, because I've got enough gold to just go straight up to 100, I think, and be okay.
Yes, greetings. The damned. I
The
shall
jam
survive. What needs revealing? What mortal? I must hunt soon.
What you got?
What?
I'm all geared up.
This is going to be the mightiest merc army ever. I'll even be cheeky enough to ask for some gold.
All systems go.
Hunt soon. Agreed.
Engine's running.
Greetings.
What you got?
Whether I get it or not is another matter, because I can't afford everything. Maybe I just sit at the 80 food mark, because I'm not exactly that wealthy.
I shall be your must hunt.
Engine's running.
Summoning is complete.
Rawr. It's worth getting them just for the noises alone. There we go, that's good enough. We can go up to 100 food, maybe if I can just keep holding on to money and not losing anything, but this is awesome enough as it is. 4 of these deep seers, 3 of the Murgles. Oh, that's annoying. But at least it's an undead base and he's pretty prepared to deal with that. But it has forced his hand to come back. Ah, the frostworms are out now. That them there frostworms.
Greetings.
I'm all geared up.
If I can get slow on this guy.
Very well.
He pretty much has to commit to this. He's going to fall back. He'll get to kill one of my guys. But it forces the TP. Should we go over here? The human expansion looks quite good. Ah, I see. Maybe not so good, actually. Yeah, that's not good. We won't go there.
All systems go. You're terminated. What you got? I'm all geared up.
I'm going to get gangbanged in a moment. So as soon as I see the other guy coming from behind, which he is, I'm going to TP out.
All systems go.
Our forces are under attack.
Told you. There's absolutely no reason to stay in that fight for any longer than that, other than to just buy time for allies to go do things.
Engines running.
As long as I don't lose too much, it's fine.
I'm all geared up.
It's always going to be one-sided, that one.
Engines running. I'm all geared up. Engines running.
Move up to the middle again.
What you got?
The restless dead await.
The restless indeed. They stand ready. We've got them on the run, so if we continue the splits,
An allied hero has been
we can maybe be okay.
I'm all geared up.
They're calling GG though, which they shouldn't be, because it's certainly not GG. But if I know 4 versus 4 RT, I know what my allies can sometimes do, and that is completely and utterly over-exaggerate the situation and panic.
I'm all geared up.
So we're really in trouble now.
What is it now?
Lost his hero, so it's GG. Good game. Good game, well played. Lost hero. Game over, bro. Nice game, but it's over. I might go Mass Fiends.
My fate is sealed. What?
The Mercs have to cut out when they've got billions upon billions of Frostworms. I mean, Mass Gargoyles could work, but the human can just get thingamajig.
Go.
I must
Engines running.
If not, we'll call it GG and just have some fun with it, because it is a fun game. But it's always a shame when your allies do that kind of thing. There's no need to be that sort of like pessimistic. But you can see the power of the Mercs at least. It just also needs a bit of power from the allies to not be quite so, yeah, fragile. There goes this expansion, maybe.
Engines running. I'm all geared up. I can handle that.
Oh, this is definitely GG now. We're up against way too much here.
an ally.
But it's a fun game.
I'm all geared up.
GG. GG. Alright, well hopefully you guys had a lot of fun watching this and you kind of get the idea of how powerful Mercs can be. So, they're definitely worth investing in. They need protection. The Murgle Snarecaster, that's the purple one. Basically looks like a purple Murloc. You should pretty much try to get that if you can get it and it's not going out of your way. Its only downside really is its food cost, which is 3 instead of 2. Otherwise, it's incredibly good value. The Deep Seer, I don't know if it's necessarily good value because it's only got like, I think 480 health to 680 health, something like that. I can't remember what it was. It's not entirely impressive, and in the late game, it can just be very easily focused down by Frostworms or something. But if you feel like you're in a position where you can make that work, and those Deep Seers will stay safe and protected amongst the enemy, the allied ranks in the back as range units, they bring incredible value. So think of them that way. The first 2 Mercs, buy them if you really have spare gold and you just have nothing better to do, but they're like 300 gold basically, 295 gold and 300 gold for essentially what is a glorified grunt or a glorified rifleman, you know? Not even that really. So just be careful with what you choose and how you choose, and then what scenario you use. But they're definitely worth a go every now and then. So hopefully you guys had some fun with these mercs. And I will bid you good day. Thank you very much for your support, guys. Take care.